Hi guys, so my name is Aisha and I'm part of Infusion Youth, and I guess today I'm going to be talking to you guys about why praying persistently is good. So my story is basically I am not the best at school. I am not academically talented in any way, and I used to just be like, the day before a test I'd be like,
oh dear Lord, I just pray that I do well on this test.
and then I'd go to the test and then I wouldn't do the best. And I'd be like,
oh dang it, like I really prayed and I was like, oh no, like God didn't pull through for me.
And then it was, I think like last year, where my relationship with God really got stronger, and that's when I really started learning about like the power of praying, and not just praying once off, but praying really consistently. Because like when you pray consistently, you're not only building a relationship with God, but you're also strengthening the relationship that you already have. For instance, it was before a maths test, and I was like, okay, I knew the maths test was gonna come. So I was like, every single night before I go to sleep, I'll just pray. And I would usually say the same things like, you know, Lord help me, like as I'm about to do this test, I pray that you just be over me. And I would pray that continuous prayer, like on top of everything else, for like a whole month, just getting ready for the test. And then once the day before the test came, I prayed for it again, and I felt at ease, I felt calm, I felt like there was a peace surrounding me, and I knew that because I had prayed persistently and I wasn't just like a one-off prayer, that God was going to be there for me. And so when I got in the test, well, what? I passed. No, but I really got the grade that I wanted, and that just proved to me that when you do pray persistently and when you do pray continually, you're growing that relationship with God. And it's not like, I think nowadays everyone just thinks like, oh, they just want God to make their demands like that, this boom, boom, boom. But you know, like praying is not like that. Just because we ask God for something, that doesn't mean that we don't have to do anything for that thing. Just like in the test, I studied and studied and studied as hard as I could, and it was basically a relationship. I was working really hard and studying so that I could get the test, and God was there with me when I was in the test to give me a peace of mind and to just give me that sense of relief that I needed. So there's a Bible verse, Philippians 4:6-7, which basically said, don't worry about anything, instead pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. If you do this, you experience God's peace, which is far more wonderful than the human mind can understand. His peace guards your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. And I just think that this sums it up perfectly, because it's just talking like in praying, you just get a sense of peace and you just like get a sense of relief over anything in your life. And that is why I think that praying persistently is a great thing to have in your life. And if you guys want to learn anything more about praying or anything more about God, why don't you come down to Infusion Youth? We have youth every Friday at 6:30 till 8:30. And yeah, why don't you come along? We have games, worship, and it'll be a lot of fun. Also follow us on our Infusion Youth Instagram and Facebook page. P.S. There's also a youth camp coming up, so can't wait to see you there.